Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So in this video, we'll discuss the first problem of Leetcode BiWeekly contest 110. Problem, but I think the problem statement and an edge case made it a, a problem which is not so easy, right? So let's see what it is trying to say, right? So the problem name is account balance after rounded purchase, right? Also, I'm saying not so easy because actually this is an easy problem, but someone who is starting they may miss some edge cases and all, right? But to be very honest, we just have to write the code of what the problem is asking us to do. I'll show you that, right? So just write that and this will get accepted, right? This is the first problem, so no extra logic is needed here, right? So account balance after rounded purchase, initially you have a bank account balance of $100. Okay, you are given an integer purchase amount representing the amount you will spend on a purchase in dollars. Okay, now at the store where you will make the purchase, the purchased amount is rounded to the nearest multiple of 10. Okay, in other words, you pay a non-negative amount, rounded amount such that rounded amount is a multiple of 10 and the absolute difference of rounded amount minus purchase amount is minimized. Okay, I'll tell you that, don't worry. Okay, if there is more than one nearest multiple of 10, the largest multiple is chosen. Return an integer denoting your account balance after making a purchase worth purchase amount dollars from the store. No, note 0 is considered to be a multiple of 10. Okay, in this case, remember I have $100. This is the maximum amount of money I can spend, right? Purchase amount is I need to spend $9, right? But I cannot spend $9. I have to spend dollars which is multiple of 10, right? Rather nearest multiple of 10, right? What do I mean by this? So consider 9. What is the multiple of 10 which is less than 9? That is 0. And what is the multiple of 10 that is just greater than 9? That is 10. What's the absolute difference between them? This is 9, this is 1. So that means if you round off 9, which value will you get? Will you get 0 or will you get 10? You will get 10. Getting it? So that means if someone says you have to buy an item of $9, you will be spending $10 and not $0. So you had $100, you do minus 10, you are left with 90. Great. Let's take second example. This is 15, right? Again, let's do the same thing just for the sake of explanation. I'm doing this thing, right? Now what's the multiple of 10 which is just less than 15? Obviously it is 10. What's the multiple of 10 which is just greater than 15? That is 20. What's the absolute difference between these two? It's 5. What's the absolute difference between these two? It's 5, right? So here, what should be the nearest multiple? It says that if there is more than one nearest multiple of 10, the largest multiple is chosen. That means either you take a value less than the current purchase or more than the current purchase. The absolute difference is same, so you pick the larger one. So you pick 20. So you had $100, you spend 20, you get 80. Simple, right? This is what the problem is asking us to do. Forget about the implementation, but I hope the problem statement is clear. Given a value x, a brute force approach is find the value, find the greatest multiple of 10 which is just less than or equals to x. 10 into a. Find the smallest multiple of 10 which is just greater than or equals to x. Let's call it 10 into b. Find the absolute difference between them. If the absolute difference between them is not equal, so if this is less, return 100 minus 10 times a. If this is less, return 100 minus 10 times b, because 10 times b is what you spend, right? 10 times a is what you spend. But if the absolute difference is equal, you pick the greater one, right? So that's why you return 100 minus 10 times b, right? This is what the problem is asking us to do, and this is the range of purchase amount, right? So now I have written the code of exactly what I have told you in the solution, right? Now comes the question how to find it, right? Let's see that as well. Suppose I'm given a value, let's call 15. Suppose I have a value 15, right? If I divide it by 10, what do I get? I get 1.5. Since this is an integer, this will be gone. And I multiply it by 10. Getting it? Take another example. Suppose I have 23. Divide it by 10. You get 2. Multiply it by 10. You get 20. What I mean to say, this is a technique to find the multiple of 10 which is just less than or equals to a given value. For example, let's take 20. Divided by 10. You get 2. 2 into 10. So you get 20 only. What I am saying, greatest multiple of 10 which is just less than or equals to the given number, right? This is how you get. Let's call it left. Just see, p divided by 10 into 10, right? Now what will be right? So look, I am standing at a multiple of 10. Now the next multiple of 10 will be whatever is the value where I am standing plus 10. All right. That means after 20 comes 30. After that comes 40. After 110 comes 120, right? Multiple of 10. Multiple of x comes at a gap of x, right? So that's what I do. This is left. This is right. Now just do what the problem is asking us to do. Return 100 minus whatever is your rounded off value. What is that value? Let's see that. Look, I have to spend this money, right? So I check what's the absolute difference, right? So if the absolute difference between p minus left and right minus p, for example, I have 23 and I am finding absolute difference between 23 and 20 and 23 and 30, right? Now if the difference between these two and these two is not equal, that means I have to take a defined decision. So what I do, if the absolute difference between these two is less, is minimum of the two, so you return left. That means you will spend 20 rupees. So 100 minus 20 will be 80. However, if the absolute difference between these two is less, so you spend this amount, right amount. So 100 minus right. This is the case where the absolute difference is not equal. If the absolute difference is equal, it says that you have to pick the larger multiple, right? So I just pick right. So 100 minus right. This is a one-liner. You can write if-else conditions as well. But yeah, I just thought I'll just explain you, right? This is a new thing that you can learn. This is known as ternary operator, right? This is a replacement of if-else condition, right? What is this saying? Let's see that, right? I hope the problem statement and the solution is clear. Let's see what it says. It says that check for this condition, question mark, right? If this condition is true, do this. What do? Do this. Else, colon, do this. So if this condition is true, do this, else do this. Now come inside this. This again is a ternary operator, right? This again is a ternary operator. Check this condition. If this condition is true, do this, else do this. Getting it? So it's a combination of two ternary operators. I just wanted to write a one-liner, so that's why I've written it like this, right? So yeah, that's it for this solution. I hope you learned something new from this video. So yeah, do support it by giving a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel as well. In case you have any queries related to the solution, mention that in the comment section. I'll revert on each one of them. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.